The FIA has confirmed the 21-race F1 calendar for 2018, with a schedule featuring the sport's first triple-header as France and Germany return, while Malaysia drops out. The only change from the provisional calendar is the date swap between China and Bahrain, with the Sakhir race now heading up the first back-to-back of the season. As usual, the season begins with the Australian Grand Prix in Melbourne on March 25, while 3 Grand Prix in a row have also been introduced next year as expected. After the French GP on the final weekend of June, the sport will head straight to the Red Bull Ring for the Austrian GP on July 1 before then going to Silverstone for the British GP on July 8. Away from the triple header, there were questions raised about the Brazilian GP being held next year in Sao Paulo after serious security scares last month. Members of Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes team were robbed at gunpoint in their minivan while leaving the track. His valuables were stolen, but there were no injuries reported. Street crime is endemic in Brazil, which has been battered in the last several years by its worst recession in memory. Thieves at the F1 race often target cars stuck in traffic jams at the exit of the circuit located about 30 kilometers (20 miles) south of Sao Paulo city center. At this year's race, FIA spokesman Matteo Bonciani said the car in which he was leaving the track was assaulted by gun-wielding assailants who attempted to smash in the bulletproof windows with the vehicle stuck in traffic. In response to these latest incidents, new security measures were proposed on Wednesday. The FIA directly urged that the race promoter use an independent security expert to evaluate and advise on security plans, while implementing a police reporting hub at the circuit and improving overall communication between the promoter, security, police and F1 stakeholders. The French GP, meanwhile, returns after a 10-year absence and will be hosted at the iconic Paul Ricard circuit, also known as Le Castellet, in southern France on June 24. Paul Ricard last hosted the French GP in 1990. The race was then organized at Magny-Cours from 1991-2008, but was dropped from the calendar in 2008 because of financial issues. The German GP, which has struggled with attendances and track fees, was scrapped this year, but will return at Hockenheim on July 22. The Azerbaijan GP has been moved forward to April 29, making it the 4th race of the season. The Russian GP in Sochi, held this year at the end of April, shifts to September 30. That late September slot was normally reserved for the Malaysian GP, which has been dropped. There were doubts over the Singapore GP, subject to commercial rights holder confirmation, but it will go ahead on September 16.